What's up, guys? Thug Knight here. Oh, fuck, man. Yeah. I'm not sick. I don't have the Rona. I wanted to touch on what's going on in Seattle and Portland and other places up there with these federal agents rolling up and fucking just kidnapping people off the streets. First off, let me say, as a disclaimer, I am not condoning violence against federal agents. I am not urging violence, and I am not telling people to go out and commit crimes. This is my opinion, and it is protected under the First Amendment, like these people's right to protest. Although I don't know if Trump got the memo that we, decided that amendments were going to be a part of the Constitution, and I don't know if he's read the Constitution. I don't know if he's read the amendments, but obviously I don't think he has, because maybe he forgot in the First Amendment, free speech, categorizes protesting as a form of free speech. So these federal agents rolling up and just kidnapping people off the streets. First off, I want to say what I would do in this situation. Fight back, resist. It's unlawful for them. First off, they are breaking the law, literally. I don't care if the president ordered them to do this. Then at that point, he is breaking the law, of which he has done multiple times in the past. That's why he was impeached, even though he was not removed. He was still impeached, and I don't understand what people don't understand about that. But anyways, that's off topic. I would fight back, and I would keep myself armed. The problem with my generation is that they're not very gun-friendly, and especially in Washington, Seattle. In my state, Tennessee, and Crossville, I live in Crossville, Tennessee, this shit wouldn't fly, because if someone just rolled up in a van, dressed in camo, or all black, or whatever, and tried to take protesters, first off, those federal agents are getting fucking shot on the spot. That's just not gonna fly, because in Tennessee, we protect ourselves. Even the Democrats here aren't very anti-gun like the majority of Democrats you see, like, on the West Coast. So, and I mean, that's fine, believe whatever you want to believe, but I'm very pro-gun, even though I think we should have common sense gun laws. It should be harder for people to get guns, etc., etc. I could go on and on and on for hours about that, but I'm just here to talk about what's going on. These federal agents, man, first off, they're not identifying themselves as federal agents. When you are detaining or arresting anyone, no matter what branch of government, or branch of government, or, what you, like, if you're a marshal, FBI, or city, state, police, or DOJ, you have to identify yourself, or you are breaking the law. And these federal agents are breaking the law by not identifying themselves. So that's first. Second off, they're not putting people in handcuffs. They're not flashing badges. And from what I've seen in videos, they're not armed. So first off, I would immediately think, okay, these guys aren't cops. They can't take me. They're not identifying themselves. I'm not about to let these discount double-check soldiers fucking arrest me for exercising my First Amendment right. And I'd fight back. Again, not urging or condoning or telling people to do this. This is what I would do, and if I was in their situation, I would heavily arm myself. I believe these people, it's very easy to get guns here in the United States. I think these protesters need to arm themselves. Get AR-15s, AKs, whatever, you're comfortable with as a gun, whether or not you have specific training or not. Arm yourselves. I think that is very fundamental. If these protesters were armed, you wouldn't see federal agents going in there trying to kidnap people. Or, not even trying, they are kidnapping people. You wouldn't see this going on. You just wouldn't. Because the government's not going to go in and physically put people or soldiers in harm's way during a domestic dispute. It's just not going to happen. Now, I think it's very cowardly by the president to send more and more of these soldiers to these areas to apprehend suspects. I think it's very cowardly, and I think it's very fascist-esque. I'm not calling Trump a fascist because I don't think he is, although he checks all the boxes. He's just an authoritarian capitalist who's a piece of fucking shit, and I think he'll face the consequences for his actions after he's left office this November, because he's not going to win. Believe what you want to believe. November 3rd rolls around, 6 a.m. in the morning, or not even 6, I'm going to call it at 2 a.m. The election will be called in Biden's favor. Just because he's gonna win, but certain states, whatever. That's a whole nother topic. I want to stay on topic here. First off, if I was protesting in these areas, these heated areas, I would be open carrying. Whatever. I don't care what the fucking laws in Washington or Oregon and California says that you can't open carry like this, you can't do this, you can't do that. I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't. And if a cop just walked up and was like, do you have this or that? I'd be like, yeah, here, and we pull it out, and I'd hand them the Constitution, and then I'd fucking book it the other way in a giant crowd. Because I'm not getting caught for that shit. I think these protesters need to arm themselves. Again, my opinion, not urging, not condoning, not saying they should go out and just murder federal agents, but in my opinion, I believe these protesters need to, arm themselves heavily. You can get riot gear on eBay, bro. I know this is a trying time for everybody right now, especially financially, but get some riot gear, man. I don't care how you get the guns, black market, third-party sales, gun pawn shops, whatever. Arm yourselves, man. That's my opinion, again. And I believe that they just need to arm themselves, man. And this federal agent problem of them kidnapping people off the streets will go away. Like, whew, it would. I'm telling you, man, it would. If they armed themselves, you wouldn't have this problem. And I understand the stigma around guns right now in this country. And I believe, yeah, we should have common sense gun laws. Of course, we should make it harder for people to purchase guns. We should, make sure it doesn't fall into the hands of wrong people. Make sure people at a certain age, I think 18, should be able to get guns and, lawfully go through mental illness checks, background checks, vigorous training on how to use, operate, clean, deconstruct, reconstruct your weapons, stuff like that. And a lot of safety precaution training, stuff like that. I think that's what it should be, but right now, sadly, that's not how it is in the country, in the majority of places. So I think, in my opinion, protesters should be armed, and if it was me out there, I'd be open carrying an AR-15 or an AK and a little, handgun on my hip, just because, I don't want federal agents rolling up and trying to kidnap me. Because if they see me open carrying and these federal agents don't have guns, because from all the videos I've seen so far, these federal agents don't have guns. At least in clear view from what I've seen, they don't. And if they see someone who's carrying, they're not going to run up and be like, hey, we're kidnapping you. They're not. They're not identifying themselves as, officers of the law, which is illegal. You have to do that, especially if you're detaining or arresting someone. They're not giving them due process, which everyone in this country has the unalienable right to due process. Another law they're breaking, especially the president ordering them to do this. It's just, nah, man. It's against the law. You can't do that. But no one's going to hold him accountable. No one's going to hold these agents accountable, because that's just how it is. I believe that, again, if it was me, and I was open carrying, and I was up there, and I saw someone getting, kidnapped, and they were screaming help, or, these federal agents were taking them out, right off the street like that, and trying to throw them in a minivan, I'd open fire, because I don't know who those people are. They're in all camo. They could be just a random militia. They could be just kidnappers and tactical gear. I don't know. I would open fire, and I would try and save people's lives in that scenario. And you'd be like, well, James, what do you mean save people's lives if you're gonna kill federal agents in this scenario? Well, I don't, I don't care about those lies. I don't. When they start, breaking, fundamental rights, in this country and, try and kidnap people, then your life just became like nothing to me. And the person's life that you are kidnapping from them, that life holds more merit over yours at that point. That's why I think they need to arm themselves, because whether or not these people are going to shoot at them, or whether or not they're going to shoot at federal agents, if you're armed, you're not going to see these soldiers, or discount double check fucking motherfuckers, aren't going to roll up on you and try and take you. That's just not going to happen if you're open carrying. Especially me, because if they rolled up on me and were like trying to take me away, no, it's not happening. I would fight for my fucking life and scream Bloody Mary. Unarmed or armed or not, man. If they start walking up and they're trying to grab me, they're getting a gun in their face, and if they don't back off when I'm telling them to back off, I got no problem pulling that trigger. It's just because I'm fighting for my life at that point. You're not about to kidnap me and ship me off to Gitmo or wherever the fuck they sending these people. You're just not. So, that's my opinion. Again, I'm not urging or condoning violence in any way, shape, or form. This is my opinion, protected under the First Amendment, and the government can suck my fat fucking dick. Just got demonetized like that. No. In my opinion, we need to burn it all to the fucking ground and just start over. It's my opinion. But to his own, whatever, man, I don't care. Believe what you want to believe, just don't be a Nazi or authoritarian, and we're good. I got no problem with you. But, that's just my opinion. I think they should fight back and not, give in to this bullshit. It's just a bunch of bullshit. They shouldn't, go silently with these camoed up discount double check soldiers. Like, who in their right mind just is getting kidnapped and they're like, oh yeah, sure, I'll go with you. Yup. Like, who? Why? Fight for your fucking life. And then maybe these fuckers will back off. Like, this is my opinion, man. Y'all stay safe. Don't catch the Rona. Keep your masks up and fucking social distance, 2 meters, 6 feet. Stay safe. Don't get kidnapped by the government. Fight back against tyranny. And death to fascists. It's Thug Knight signing out. Peace.